I'm not late, you're late. Who am I kidding? I'm late. Alright. Opinion video. I was originally thinking I'd do an opinion video on how things are going in the game industry. But there's only so many ways you could say clusterfuck and napalm of confusion. There's only so many ways you can put that. And now, yes, before anyone gets uppity, calling it a napalm of confusion and a clusterfuck is putting it kindly. It's gotten to the point where, honestly, I used to joke about this, but now I'm like beyond convinced it's an actual thing. That it's actually what's happening. I used to joke about how it seems like the companies within game industry have this weird blood pact to kill off their own companies and kill off their own studios and to kill off their own ability to make money. It's kind of seeming more literal now. Which, I'm not a business major by any stretch, but last time I checked, the goal of a business is to make money. Last I checked. I'm starting to doubt that now. I'm starting to doubt that maybe there's some weird-ass Cthulhu pact I just don't know of. Especially since the last time I checked, it was common knowledge that if you wanted to keep your customers, don't be a dick to your customers. Did that change at some point when I wasn't looking? I don't think it did. Is that not what they teach in business schools? Is that what's going on here? Is that why this is happening? I'm just going to tell you right now. Don't be a dick to your customers if you want your customers to be your customers. I kind of thought that was understood by majority of businesses, especially the ones that want to succeed and not get destroyed. Oh, hey, I've only thought about it for 10 microseconds, and I can already feel a nice pulsing aneurysm just right here. Great. Now, I'm not going to do an opinion video on any of that crap. Mostly because I just can't be bothered anymore. I just can't no more. It gives me too much of a headache. I quit. There's only so many times someone could say the obvious solutions for very obvious problems and wonder why do or why not do and so on. And because I want to avoid legitimately that deadly lethal headache inducing topic, I'm going to talk about anything else. So I'm going to talk about snow. Because that's more worth my time and is infinitely less painful and confusing. I have a very mixed feelings of snow. I love to look at it, but hate the feeling of it in my eyeballs. Which, yes, happened to me today. I go to deal with mail, and I get a nice deep blasting of snow in my eye sockets. Fun! No, painful is what it is. Turns out, cold snow in the eye sockets is not comfortable. Who knew? I mean, probably anyone, probably, but I've learned that this is not a feeling that has decreased over my age. It's increased. To the point of where now whenever I see snow, the first two sentences out of my mouth are either humbug or ill. We don't get that much snow anymore these days, so I should tell you something. When we used to get real snow, when we got real snow, I was miserable. I hid under school benches to get away from snow. That's not the punchline. The punchline is it actually kind of worked at times. Yeah. When it comes down to it, I am going to do a review. Just want to let you know that review is coming. I don't know if I'm going to put it out either this Thursday or next because I'm a bit of a wreck. My mental state, he's dead. Emotional state, I don't know how he survived this long. Emotional state, that sucker died a while ago. So far, the one who's barely clinging on to survival is the spiritual side of me. And even then, he's wondering why at times. Especially now that I've got housework to do again. And dear Lord, I have a lot to do. And it also doesn't help that learning game development has crawled to a bloody damn crawl from hell. Yeah. Turns out I was learning infinitely quicker and much more efficiently when I was in an actual structured class and not having to sift through YouTube's thousands of video recommendations, which only I'd say a solid maybe 10 or 15% of are actually related to the topic I need. Great. Yes, you can find tons of answers on YouTube, and yes. The problem is, though, you have to sift through the stuff that either has no information, has crap information, is skipping over details, or has too much details that have nothing to do with what you're doing, or are just completely unrelated to what you searched for. Yes, that has happened. I went searching for how to add a countdown timer, and for some reason, I had 3 different things that all have the same steps, but none of them affect the same thing. I'm not gonna lie, if I cannot find another actual structure class, it's becoming more and more smarter and far more realistically achievable to, instead of me developing the games myself, to instead be in charge of a development studio. That's only becoming more and more reasonable, like, quickly. Especially since at least I have some business sense, unlike some of the other people in the industry right now. Oh, hello, Anderson. I know, you're there. When it comes down to it, in the end, I think that's probably what's going to end up happening. I'm going to still keep trying. I'm not going to lie. And I at least finally managed to insert music finally into a project. Finally. Will I show it? I'm not sure. Mostly because before I actually show it to people, I would like to kind of get a timer or something. I would, idealistically, in Daydream Land, I would love to do a counter timer and like a score counter before I actually showcase it to people, because then it's still flawed and it's still a crappy first game, but it's at least something. I never say. Let me make the record clear here. I have never once said it is good. It is using lots of starter content because I have no clue what I'm doing. Still, because I'm no longer in that structured class. My learning has stagnated so hard to the point of abject frustration, defeatism, aneurysms, headaches, migraines, sapped sense of what non-existent sanity I had / have when I have it. Yeah. Let's just say if you think I'm crazy on camera or in my own personal life, you should see me when I'm frustrated. I go back crap. I mean, the people who are talking to themselves on subways look normal. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, one of the things I'm just going to say now is the industry has been chaotic. Too chaotic. So I'm going to slow down on reviews quite a bit. I'm going to instead be basically binging games from my childhood. Stuff like Final Fantasy IX, stuff like friggin' Sly Cooper, stuff like friggin' Jack and Daxter's, the friggin'... I think the oldest, and I use that in air quotes because I can't remember the exact release dates anymore because it's been too damn long. Hell, I'm even going to be playing Digimon World 2, Digimon Rumble Arena. Rumble Arena 2 is probably going to be the... Yeah, I'm going to be playing very old games. But this does lead me into a question that I want to ask you, whoever watches this. Would you be interested in a live stream of old games? If that's something that might interest you, because I'm going to tell you right now, pretty much the games I'm playing, the most current is like 2007. That's the most current in giant quotes. Yeah. So when it comes down to it, if you have any interest in that, please let me know in the comments, and I would... do I think I put a number that needs to be met? Honestly, no. Mostly because I have no clue if anyone would be interested in this in a general idea, so... I hope you guys laughed at me, laughed with me, and I hope that maybe with all the things that are on fire in game industry, maybe things start getting fixed. Quit being dick to customers. Quit putting greed that is stupid and dumb ahead of actual smart greed who knows that you should make a completed game to make the money. Because that's how that works. That's how you ensure you continue to make the monies. Functional, solid, good games. You make money then. I said, I hope that everything that's on fire just manages to be the wake-up call. Not the swan song ending, but the wake-up call, I am hoping. Is it delusional to hope that? Probably. Probably. But is it the only thing that's keeping what non-existent sanity I have left in check? Yes. Yes, it is. Please ignore the internal screaming that is definitely happening right now. See ya.